you want to go outside? Do you want to be an outside dog?
Good morning all, I'm glad that you are here. Forgot how to talk for a second. Today we are at my parents' house. We spent the night here last night because we had come up for something Friday night. Wow, I look haggard. So we stayed the night here last night. Dave and my dad are going to go snowmobiling. They're leaving in like an hour or something, and I'm gonna take a shower because I've got some things that I'd like to do today. Some people to see, hopefully some things to pick up, errands and whatnot. But it's freaking cold outside. It's like 3 degrees Fahrenheit outside at the moment. It's pretty chilly. I'm gonna make this bed because Dave did not when he got up. I'm gonna make the bed, take a shower, and get ready for the events of the day. Ma and I have been chit-chatting since I've gotten out of the shower. We've been just sipping on coffee and having some life chats and whatnot. Hi puppy. And now I am making a little breakfast. I'm having some pancakes. It's like afternoon right now, but I'm making myself a pancake. That's what we're having for breakfast today. Oh yeah. Okay, listen. My car says that it's 16 degrees, but that's before any wind chill at all. So my dad had to come back from the snowmobile ride because he was leaking antifreeze, I want to say, but Dave is still out riding, so let's all hope that he's fine. I'm going to go into Newport right now. I'm gonna go to the dollar store because I've been watching a lot of Tidying Up with Marie Kondo, you know, the special organization lady, and I just want to be more organized now, so I want to go get some boxes to put stuff in. And I think the dollar store is a good place to start. And also I should probably just like get out of the house because I've done 2 loads of laundry. All the laundry's done. And I don't know when Dave's gonna come back, but figured, you know what? Let's do something, you know? Let's go out into the world and do something. My phone just vibrated. Who is texting me? It's in my hoodie pocket. That's not a great place for it. All right, let's go to town. Good morning. It is the next day. I feel like I have to explain why the video from yesterday just completely cut off, and also why these 2 fingers are swollen little sausages. These are all things that we will talk about. I will let you know that. First, I'm going to get some breakfast and watch some vlogs and get ready to tidy because I bought a lot of boxes and storage things yesterday because I want to tidy. Don't quite have a clean bowl. That's okay. We'll use Tupperware today. I've been really into these frosted mini wheats, which I was completely into as a kid, and I can't buy them again. Like once this box is done, like I cannot buy another box of these because they're just like too many carbs and not enough reward, especially for a breakfast, but they're so good. I'm gonna make breakfast. Oh man, I forgot my water bottle upstairs. I wanted to fill my water bottle with really nice cold water, so maybe I'll run back upstairs and do that, or maybe I'll just have lemonade right now and then I'll get water later after I come back down. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Exciting stuff happened yesterday, which I think I had kind of touched on a little bit the week before in the last vlog, but this cabinet being open means something, and I'll tell you about it later. I'm being super vague this morning. So a little elaboration on what happened last night. So last night, Dave and I went to go get Mulligan from my aunt's house where he has been for a really long time, since we had gone to Thailand. He was only meant to be there for a little bit, but then of course life happened last January and we couldn't get him. So he's been there for a little over a year now. So last night we went to go get him, and putting him into a carrier is so hard, and he's just really freaked out. He doesn't like it, and I shouldn't have tried to grab him when he was escaping from the carrier, but I did, and in scared cat mode he bit and scratched me here on these 2 fingers, and I don't know if you can tell, but they're little sausages now. They're a little red. If you want to look at the comparison, they're in my 2 middle fingers compared to each other. Look how bumped up my knuckle is. I got fat little sausage fingers. I can't bend it all the way. It's starting to get a little red, but I also just took a shower, so not his fault. He was scared. I should have just let him go and tried to recapture him again. I ended up going to the ER, and because I guess being bit by a cat is worse than being just scratched by a cat, I'm on antibiotics now, which I need to go pick up from Rite Aid. It's sore from knuckle to knuckle. Like all through here is just sore even a little bit below it now. But like swelling's good, right? That means your white blood cells are there. I don't know. I'm just being hopeful about that and that it doesn't get any worse than this. But he is here now. We let him out of the carrier last night while we put Mala in her crate, and he did a little sniff around and everything, and she went over and smelled him a little bit. We didn't want to overwhelm him too much because he was very, very scared, like super scared. This morning I woke up and I have not been able to lay eyes on him yet. So that clip where I was like, oh, the cabinet's open, because he used to live in cabinets, like he used to get inside of my cabinet. So I thought, oh, he must have hidden in here. No, I spent the first 20 minutes trying to find him, and I am pretty sure that he is inside our tub, like underneath inside our tub, because there's a hole in a closet so you can get at the piping, so you could work on the water if anything were to happen, and that hole was open. So I think he's in there. There's some hair on the piping that's going into there. So I think that's where he is. I haven't heard him, I haven't laid eyes on him, and I can't see around the corner and to see if he is actually in there. Maybe I'll like string my GoPro in there later and see if I can't like glance him, at least like know that he's in there. I'm pretty sure that's where he is because he is nowhere else. Absolutely nowhere else. I'm gonna try to get Dave to bring home one of his game cameras just to set up to see if he comes out and eats the food that I've put out for him outside of the hole. So hopefully that this is just like the first night issue. When I had first gotten him when he was a kitten, I came out the day after, and he had wedged himself behind the fridge, but inside and behind the coils inside the refrigerator. So I'm not surprised by his actions. I'm hoping that we will catch sight of him, but I know that he's really freaked out, so I'm just trying to be patient and understanding. We've done the whole getting the antibiotic thing. I've taken it. Hopefully it will help. I was reading the paper that the hospital gave me on animal bites and dealing with it, and like what symptoms to like call your doctor about, and I feel like I've got a few of them. We've got swollen, we've got red, well I've also been icing it, red, and it was feeling a little warm. But I've got this little rice sock that I usually just use for headaches because it doesn't really get that cold. You hear that? It's Dave's snowmobile. Did I leave the puppy outside? I might have left the puppy outside. Yes, I did. That's okay, she's happy. So I wanted to show you a few bits and bobs that I got at Walmart and the dollar store the other day for storage. Whoops, I left the flashlight on. For like storagey bits. So I'm gonna show you those. Firstly, I've got this thing, which is just a paper towel rack. I got these two jars at the dollar store. I was thinking of putting cotton balls in this one and Q-tips in this one, so that way I can store the bulk containers underneath the sink. I've got this for utensils, and I figured I'd stick with the red because, as you can see, a lot of our appliances are red. Because right now, a lot of these long utensils are in here in the drawer, and they're just kind of hard to get at. And I also bought this little thing, which is one of those spoon holders that you put on the stove to keep your top from getting disgusting. So I've got one of those. And then I've got a whole bunch of stuff at the dollar store. I spent $13, I want to say. This is my true form. Bad morning hair. Old shirt I've worn to bed for the last 7 nights in a row. It's got a stain on it. Dirty house. No makeup. No bra. This is my true form. This is me. Okay, there is such a huge gap between the last clip and today. It's just been kind of a time. So Sunday I didn't finish vlogging the day. I have never had a migraine before in my life. I can only guess that this was a migraine. I couldn't move. Light hurt. Sound hurt. I was just crying, I think, for 3 straight hours. I hurt so badly. And on top of that, my hand was still unable to shut. I could close my hand now. It doesn't hurt. I've got a couple scabs. It's not a big deal. I got a tetanus shot on Tuesday, which is still a little sore, but I can move my arm freely. But Sunday, I was absolutely miserable. It was terrible. It was absolutely the worst time. Do you guys like the collection of garbage in the kitchen? I know I do. Mulligan is doing really, really well. He comes out a lot of the time during the day. At night, I'm pretty sure that he's pretty active. He's come up to our bedroom a couple times, but he doesn't stick around just because he is a skittish boy. Mala is very interested in him. She likes to smell him a lot, like will not leave him alone unless she is told to leave him alone. And she minds pretty well. She'll sit, lay down, go to her crate if we send her there. So in those moments, she'll leave the cat alone. But a lot of the time, she just wants to smell him. And the other day, I looked over, they were both in the kitchen kitchen with me while I was getting food ready, I think. I look over and she just has her mouth over his neck. Like, not trying to bite him. He wasn't, I don't even think he noticed. But she just had her mouth over his neck. So I don't think she wants to eat him. She doesn't want to hurt him from what I've seen. She's curious about him, and I think she wants to see if she can carry him somewhere and see if he'll play with her. I'm not afraid of her trying to hurt him on purpose. I am a little nervous that she's going to hurt him on accident, and he does not stand up for himself. Other than when he knows he's going into the crate and he's feeling pinned, he does not hiss, he does not scratch, he just runs away. Oh, by the way, we've got the tub all blocked up now. That is not an issue anymore. He's not hiding in the tub. We set up a room for him where he can get away from the dog. He does have a space where when she's smelling him too much, he can retreat. And sometimes she just lays there and looks at him and just waits for him to come back out. But he's doing really, really well. I make sure that I carve out time to sit down on the floor and pet him and let him come out and try to mediate their interactions. But I am gonna end it here. So thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.